Hi everyone. Not quite set up. I was sitting there. I do a lot of floating and just being, and you know, I, yeah. Anyway, I'm here. So happy Tuesday. Just so everybody knows, this Thursday, the 22nd, I'm having a sound bath. The sound bath it's going to be held on Zoom, but also it will be in a private group for 48 hours for those who are not able to attend for the live stream, which was, as I mentioned, on Zoom. I put my PayPal at the top of this here, the information for the sound bath. It's going to be 60 to 75 minutes of vibrational energy. It's going to be magical. I know that. And okay, just making sure. Vibration. So, I had a live last night. It was absolutely incredible. Just absolutely incredible. And I'm so grateful. Just for grateful for everybody that was able to make it last night. I have to go buy some more. Candles. I usually get mine from Costco. No, yeah, I was going to say Costco, but no, I get mine from. Sorry about that. I get mine from. I'll think of it in a sec. Sorry, I can see the places. That Swedish, store. I know the name. Anyway, it is what it is. So I just need to get some more. I'm down my second last one right there. So yeah. Okay, let's see what unfolds. Good afternoon, everybody. It's afternoon for me. It's 2:40 p.m. Something was going on inside of me, and I looked at my phone, and as I looked at my phone, the time was 2:33. When I looked up here for running time, it was 1944. Yeah, I think 1844. I think it was something like that. And I went, wow. Yeah. Aw, my beautiful sister. And you're so welcome. You're just, you know, just like I spoke a couple of days ago, Kirsty and I have been on this incredible journey parallel, but I'm doing it my way, she's doing it her way. But the thing is I'm able to see more clearly now. Just how she's trusting me in what I do. And, you know, the more she trusts what I do, the more she's able to relax and allow this energy to run in through her, whatever way, shape, or form it needs to be. And so the more this is my perception, it's no different than this is my perception of her, but it's also my perception of me. And the more that I trust myself, the more this energy, just like incredible. Well, it's like Kirsty, the more that I unfold it and speak of that within myself, she has been unfolding and evolving within herself. And this journey that her and I have been on for almost the last year, it's pretty close to a year. And what Kirsty is finding out for herself, because all she knew inside is that whatever I do is energetically is affecting her, and her stepping into it within herself. It's not about the rest of you guys. Fuck you guys, right? I don't mean that literally. All I'm trying to say is that she's stepping into who she is and embracing that part that she is. The more she does that, the more unfolds within herself. It's just like she wrote here, and this is just, whew. She wrote, "Your melody awakens the crystalline structure within me." That is fucking cool as hell. And that's her trusting herself. But she trusts the space that I get to, you know, I come on here. I have no expectation of anything. I just get to be present with myself and just allow this energy to carry me whatever way, shape, or form it needs to be. And I'm trusting myself more and more with what I do, and that's why it's becoming what it's becoming. It's just like, it's always been there, but I continuously stepping up, or stepping in, whatever term you want to use. And I just got home here a few minutes ago. I was to a luncheon, and I offered to come in and do a free concert for them so they can experience what I do. For me to tell them is like, oh, that's nice. You know, and I get it, because here I'm just talking, and it's not about me talking. It's about, I want people to experience this incredible energy that I am. So, here we go. going to repeat this every time. I'm going to try to remember to talk about it every time I finish the song. I have a sound bath this Thursday at 6 p.m. Like depending where you're at, I'm on the Pacific coast, so I'm on Pacific time. And so 6 p.m. depending where you're at. My Eastern friends, it's going to be like 9 p.m. for you guys. My friends over in Australia will be the following day, but in the afternoon, you guys know that for yourselves. And my beautiful sister from Kirsty from Australia is here. I got two sisters that have helped me tremendously more than they even realize. Kirsty and Andrea, they're always here when they're able to. And they've helped me to understand more about what I'm doing and etc. and the effects it has. Because my intention is just to be present within myself and to come here and just be with you. And I have nothing but heartfelt gratitude for Kirsty and Andrea, and that goes for anybody else here who attends when they're able to, and they give me their feedback. Because with your guys' feedback, no matter what it is, if you don't understand, then don't make a comment, right? And if you're able just to step in and whatever it does. I had a friend of mine who was very fortunate to be able to attend my live last night, which is it's one of the first times that I've noticed. And it was just an amazing energy. The more that we get together collectively, it's just magical. And I know at one point she said, I think it was Kathy. I could be wrong with the name. But anyway, she goes, I feel like we need to dance. And I'm going, get up and dance. At home, you don't need to be around a group of people to dance. If you feel like moving your body, whatever. Oh, it's Jeanette Davis. Thank you. Aw, you're kidding, Kirsty. Oh, that's awesome. Glad to hear that. Thank you, Jeanette. Sorry. Am I saying that right, Kirsty? Jeanette? Because she's got a double T, and that's why I feel like it's Jeanette. And I just don't want to mispronounce her name if I can avoid that. That's very nice of Jeanette. Wow. And this is one thing I love about the community. The more that we gather, you know. Hello. Archia? Did I say that right? If I said it incorrectly, my greatest apologies, because I didn't do it intentionally. It's A-R-C-H-E-I-A, Archia. That's what I feel it is. If I'm wrong, whoops. Hello, by the way. Wow. Thank you, Kirsty. Okay, let's see where we go. So this Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, it is, when I say this, the video will be up in private sacred group when there's an energy exchange, or if you need financial help to be able to come, just reach out to me. Most of you guys know that about me. It's a sliding scale, suggested $22. And I did say it right. Archia. Did I say it right? Because that's what the spelling that you put up, it looks like it's, yeah. Wow, thank you very, very much. Welcome. I didn't even tune my guitar before I come on here. I gotta put a new battery in this. It's getting... Okay, let's see where we go. Holy shit. I'm starting to swelter, so I need to turn my ear. Whoops, sorry. I'm going to take care of this feedback pretty soon. I'm going to have a little bit of fun. Yeah. I think it was last fall. This is stuff I used to do just with the guitar. And last fall, like, I thought that I had to separate the music. Thank you very much. I thought that I need to separate my experience because I love bluegrass music, okay? I was born and raised with traditional Scottish and Irish fiddle music. I love that. I love swing, jazz, folk. And I thought that I had to not leave it, but not do it the way I'm now doing things. But what I realized, this is a part of who I am. So I think it was last fall that I started, it just happened. And that's usually how it happens for me. And when so I start utilizing the looper in things that I did just by myself. And I went, holy shit. So like when I say I'm discovering more of me, I sincerely mean that. And when I say this, Kirsty, because Kirsty has been here easily 80% of everything that I've done live when she's able to. But more so in the last, month? Maybe a little bit longer. Kirsty and Andrea have been very consistently being here, and I've messaged both of them privately, and there's a let's call it a trinity, because that's what it is. Between us three, there's a trinity energy that I'm tapping into, and they're articulating things that I don't speak that way, but I know what resonates. And every word that these two beautiful women constantly share while I'm doing it live is just like, wow. And to be a part of Kirsty's growth and evolution, as well as my own, it's just beautiful to witness and to hear the reflection back. That is what keeps me going, you guys, is when you send me a private message or you do it on here, doesn't matter to me. Just wherever you're comfortable with. And sometimes people just all of a sudden drop me a line and just to express their gratitude. I go, wow. And I'm so touched by it. But this is a little bit of swing, my style, and bring you into different parts of the world that I've been raised in, and so I feel very blessed and fortunate. So here we go. I was born and raised in a house full of music, and traditional Scottish and Irish fiddle music was a big one. That was the essence. And my dad met this gentleman. His name is John Gauthier. And I believe it was, I don't know if it was at a house party or my dad and I were at John's house. But I remember him, it was my first time experiencing a song called Bye Bye Blues. And I looked, like, I feel things. I feel things first. And when John started playing Bye Bye Blues, I went, wow, because it spoke to me at a level that was like, I'm going to learn how to do that. And I remember basically saying to John, teach me how to do that. Well, he can't teach me how to do what I just did. I had to figure it out. But he showed me the chords. And then I would sit and work it out for me. Because I know what I feel inside, then I just have to figure out how to do it through here. And the rhythm and everything. And it was like this, that this is Bye Bye Blues. I'm going to turn this mic off and go straight to the guitar. Here we go. I just lost the tune, but it gives you, that was the first song that I ever learned that was swing. And there's something about the swing vibration for me that it just speaks to me. I can feel it. And yeah, it's been quite an interesting journey, especially the last year. Okay, let's try this. The first time that when I say this, I connected with this amazing group of people, and beyond those people, this particular group I'm going to speak about, which is called Soulology, and it's all soul beings coming on. Todd Medina was given the name Soulology by Spirit and told what to do with it. And then then he connected with Morgan. And then Morgan was like more behind the scenes, where we all saw Todd, and we all thought that Todd was this, but it was actually Morgan. Like her energy, I had the honor and the pleasure of meeting her this past summer, because her and Todd were like 20 minutes away from where I live. And so I was giving them as much support as I'm able to. But I went to Soulology Fest in Mulberry Mountain in Arkansas, August of 2022. That was a journey in itself. But I just knew I was supposed to go and be there. It was a safe space and place for me to go and be. And that was the most uplifting, most life-changing for me. And there's a beautiful lady that's on here, Sandra. I had the pleasure, the utmost pleasure of meeting Sandra there. And Sandra came on stage. She has a handpan. She has a drum. She's just an incredible being, and I've gotten to learn more about her over the last 2 years. In fact, there's this theater group, they just did a movie, and it was just launched. Sandra, can you put the link to that movie that you were a part of? But, you know, and this is the thing about all of us, we meet people through various avenues. And, you know, that's where Sandra and I met, was at Soulology Fest in Arkansas. I met a whole pile of people. Sandra has always had a special place in my heart. You can feel this woman's heart is just absolutely beautiful. And then to learn that she's actually also an actress. And she's many, many things. She's just incredible. And I'm so honored to have her come across my path. And I've met a lot of people. And everybody that I've connected with, you know, over the last, I've been part of Soulology family for 4.5 years now. And, okay, the movie that you want to look it up, I'm not, can people find it on YouTube by chance? I'm just asking. I'm going to put this up here. The movie is called Sound of Hope, the story of Possum Trot, and it's by Angel Studios. So it was just released, a month ago? Something like that. And this is one thing I do, just so you guys know. I'm sort of like behind the scenes with a lot of people. You may not know that I'm watching what you do or seeing what you're sharing on your timeline. And, you know, as much as you may not be aware that I'm there, but I am there. And because I don't know why I don't make a comment, but I don't. And every now and again, something moves me to acknowledge somebody. And when Sandra released a clip and there was a launching of this movie, and everything that she spoke, I watch her listen. She goes to coffee houses where there's other musicians, and she shares this one guy and his partner. I'm not sure, just musically or otherwise, but this guy, I love his style because it's his. It's not somebody else that said on a textbook, this is how you do it. Here we go. I'm going to put this up now. The role that Sandra, for those who are on YouTube. She played the role of Johnny. I adopted 4 children, released on July the 4th. There we go. And you can now stream it on Angel Studios app. There you go, guys. Angel Studios app. So go find the app and you can stream the movie from there. What I have seen through the sharing what Sandra has done, it just speaks like when we watch something like a movie in this case, but it's not really a movie, but it's based on a true story. I have no doubt about it. And they found a way to create a script to honor that. And for me, like I've learned where I come from a small island on the east coast of Canada called Newfoundland, Prince Edward Island. It's about a population of 160,000 people. What I recall of my childhood, first of all, there was no black people on PEI. And my mother had, like, I just shake my head when I go to say this, is we're walking down the street, and my mother purposely, we went to the other side because there was a native person walking up the other side. And she made it feel like the native people are dangerous. They're not safe. And then I moved to Calgary, and I start seeing black people, not many East Indians in Calgary. And that was 80 to 86, and then October of 86, I moved to Vancouver Island. And then, you know, I moved here to the lower mainland of Vancouver. Now I'm dealing with East Indians, Pakistanians. I know there's a difference, but I don't know what it is. To me, they're from or from India, and, you know, I know they have different religions, and maybe that's what it is. But, you know, and my ignorance, because what was projected on to me as a child and put fear, and the more that conscious I am within myself, that we can all learn from other cultures. And I agree with you, Hartia, that the natives are the best. And I agree with you. And we cannot change anything about any other culture until we take a good look at what's been done to, for example, to the native people. The native people were all across Canada. And then the white man lands and he's going, no, I'm going to take this land, you guys can move farther away. And they pushed them into these, because they wanted this good piece of property. And they just bulldozed the native people onto reservations. They start feeding them alcohol. And then we sit here today and we look at people, oh, he's an alcoholic. Well, look who in the fuck did that to them. We, the white man. You know? It's we, the white man, that brought that to them. Their bodies cannot handle alcohol. It's in their DNA, whatever it is. And the native people and the ancestors, like I had one experience, this was a couple years ago. This song was channeled, and it's called Activation. Man, maybe I'll play this now. I haven't played this in a while. And I kept on playing that energy, and the more I played that energy, things started. And then I could see through my third eye, the native people were dancing. They were dancing. Hey, do you want to come on now, Sandra? Do you want to come on now? I can bring you on now. I'm good with this. Or do you want to set up a day and time to do this? It's up to you. I can go either or way. I'll let you answer. It takes about 20 to 30 seconds before I see a response. There's like a delay. And the more, I'm so glad. Okay, here we go. The more that, here we go. Okay, hopefully I don't disappear when I go to do this. Where in the heck is my Facebook page? I believe, this is how we all support each other. Is I do things in the spur of the moment, which I like very, very much. And just give me a sec here. Got this. Do this. Okay. If you look at the comments, you should see host. And it says the letter R. That's me. I use Restream. Okay, fine. Give me a sec here. I'm just going to not clue in, but get into my Facebook page. I'm going to send it to you on your messenger, okay? Just give me a sec, everybody. There we go. It will say Studio Restream. If you see it, just click on that, and I should be able to bring you in from there. It wouldn't. What it showed me here is they say people can't see what I put in the comments. And here's another person that just come on here, Shannon. I met Shannon at Mulberry Mountain at Soul Fest. Here we go. I heard something. And here we go. Whoa. Hello, sister.
What are we doing?
You're going to talk about the movie that you're in.
Wow. Yeah. This is crazy.
It is. I think it's quite incredible. Like, the more we show up for who we are, we all get to come together more and more, because I see you for you, and I'm learning more about your incredible gifts and what you're here to do. And
yeah, absolutely. I want you to know, first of all, you are healing people with your music. I'm getting feedback, so I think I have to come on Facebook. Hang on just
yeah,
one
you
second.
got to close some things there. That's what's happening.
Let me see. Hold on just 1 second, beloved. Let's close out of that. Okay, let me see. That's better.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
way
yeah,
better.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're so. I mean, I remember you meeting you up on Mulberry Mountain for the first time, and trust me, it wasn't very many black folks up there, but I didn't care. I was up there having fun because that was not my purpose in going up there. I was drawn up there by Todd and the whole purpose in Soulology, right? And we had so much fun. And it tickled me so bad because you picked a little shaker thing up when I was playing my handpan, and you just made up something. I'm like, okay, let's do this. And it sounded good. And then Todd's brother added a little bit of music stream in there, and we had it going on. I saved the video.
Did you?
I
Cool.
did. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
But yeah, but I heard you, and I was kind of sitting down trying to meditate, and I saw you go live. I said, let me go see what she's doing. Let me sneak in here. And then I heard that beat, and I'm like, oh, I was just jiggling and jiggling. and stuff. And then when you saw me, and it just tickles me to death when people see me, girl. And you acknowledge it. I'm like, I'm going over here. I'm just gonna talk. I have no clue. But okay, let me slow down. Slow down. The movie. The movie is centered around the atrocities of child trafficking and the foster care system, and the bad things that are happening to our children, and how they are in a lot of trouble. There are, I want to say, about 830,000 children throughout the United States in the foster care system. And around, I would say, 75% of that are black children, right? So that shows you that there's an issue there. It's not just with the black race, it's with all races. While these children coming here and being placed in the foster care system, what happens? When they come here and they have to be adopted and stuff. But the things that they go through, Ernestine, you don't want to know. The movie was just a tap on the head of what these kids actually go through. And yes, it was a true story, because I'm from East Texas. There's a town in Texas called Possum Trot, Texas. And what drew me to being in the film was that I'm almost identical to the character I play, who is Johnny. Her name is I forgot her last name, Johnny, and she actually adopted four children. We look alike. When I auditioned for the part, as you can see, I need a little dental work and all of this stuff. And I walked in, and I handed my photograph to the casting directors there, and I just kind of pitched the thing on the table, the picture, and said, "Okay, you guys stop. I'm a clown, right, Ernestine?" I said, I'm the guy you are looking for, the girl you are looking for. So stop what you're doing and let's get this thing on." And the producer heard me. She was in the back office, and she came up there. And she opened the door, and she said, "What you say your name was?" I said, "Well, Sandra Jarrett." She said, "Come go with me, Miss Jarrett." So I go behind these closed doors, and she hands me this huge script. She said, "Read that for me." So I read it, and not only did I audition for one part, but I auditioned for two parts, the part of Mama and the part of Johnny. And so they called me the next day. Said it's going to take about a week. They called me the very next day and said, "We want you." And I'm like, "I don't believe it. Y'all got to prove it to me." They showed me where they had actually put my picture up on the wall with the cast of supporting actresses and everything. I about fell over. I ain't never been in front of no camera on a real movie. I'm not, but this whole meaning is much deeper than me being a star in a movie. It's the energy and the light that had to be reset on that arena, on that stage of national movies, or even in Hollywood or wherever. And so that light was turned on when not only me, but another couple of other sisters went in and shared our energy, with those people that had actually wrote the movie. And it was an experience. It was beautiful. I met a lot of people. I met a lot of big name people. But to me, I'm not starstruck. It's like, wow, okay. So we're friends now. What's up? Where we gonna go from here? You know me, Ernestine. I'm like, oh, okay, what's next? That's the same way with Todd. When I met Todd, I'm like, okay, dude, let's do this. What's next? So, but yeah, so it was centered around 22 families in the city called a city called Possum Trot, Texas, that adopted 77 of the most challenged children that was in the foster care system, and they actually emptied the system in Texas. So, and that made history. They were on Oprah, the 700 Club, CNN, every kind of media you could think of zoomed in on that story, because these people made history. Some of these children now are doctors, they're lawyers, they're teachers, they're attorneys, and so you never know what kind of effect you're going to have on them if you just help just a little bit. If you can't adopt, support. Go into, let me see, the name of the site is called the Care Portal. type in careportal.com, and you can, it's all kind of people there that need, families there that need, they may just need a window fan. They may just need $2 to get them to the next day. They may need a pair of shoes for a 2 year old. The care portal is a wonderful way to connect with all of this. And if you have time, of course, Possum Trot. They were in the movies. They came out July the 4th. The movie showed internationally and in Canada July the 4th, and it is now they've stopped, most of the theaters have stopped showing it, but you can stream it on Angel.com. I streamed it this morning.
Okay, Angel.
It is up for 4 Academy Awards, and I think that's phenomenal. We tripled our money back that we put into it when we made it and stuff, and so that means that the message is getting out there to some people. Yeah.
And this is what when I was just talking and
Mhm.
about, where I come from, the native people, and not being exposed to black people or,
Mhm.
East Indian. And every time, like, it's my job, it's my responsibility
Mhm.
to be open and see these people for who they are, not what I was told they are.
That's right.
And that's one thing I appreciate about myself is my openness, because it's my heart that's open
You
to
are.
listen and to hear. And with this story, and there's many out there, and that's where movies move us. They get to tell a story that if somebody sat there in front of you for 60 minutes telling you the story, you would get bored to death. But a
Mhm.
movie is played in front of you, you get the
Mhm.
scene, you set up everything, and you're
Yeah.
following along, you get wrapped into it.
Yeah.
And it's like, for me, is everything that we do is a choice. It's an opportunity.
That's right.
And it's like with what I do, it is, I just come on here, hang out with everybody. Though
You
anybody's,
do.
and anybody's able to make it, great. If not, it's there for later, right?
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
And I'm realizing more and more, because I've always known inside
Mhm.
what my purpose is, but there's difference from inside to doing it. As like going to Sology Fest for me
Mhm.
was, that's the first time in, I think it was 30 plus years, that I had
Mhm.
done anything this big for me.
Wow.
And to go there and to be around people, because I'm an introvert, I'm a recluse. But,
Mhm.
because of Todd and Morgan and the Sology,
Mhm.
it's like I'm finding my people, but I am not only finding my people, I'm finding me, because of these
Yeah.
people who share their stories, their truth, or whatever it is. It has helped me to understand myself, because society
Mhm.
has made me feel like you're different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're fucking right, I'm different,
You
because
you damn right.
I don't play games. I don't play with people's emotions. I don't fuck with people. Say one thing in front and different back. And that's where I've always been different.
Yeah.
It, and for me, it's important that we all, like with your guys' movie,
Mhm.
and is to tell that story, because people are ignorant. And it's
Mhm.
not putting them down. They are just not aware. If you are aware, you can start changing
That's
things.
right. Mhm.
And that's where movies like, The Possum Trot, I believe it's
Mhm.
called. I'm
Yeah.
just going by memory right now. And it was just, it's such an important story. And it's no different when I go to say this.
Mhm.
Um, the Tulsa Massacre.
Oh my. Yeah.
And I just saw a documentary in the last year or so, because I had no idea it happened. And it
Mhm.
was a documentary, and I'm watching it.
Wow.
And there was people that were there still alive then when they made the documentary,
Mm.
because people were taping them. They knew they need to have the story, because most of them are passed on now. But here's the
Mhm.
most disgusting part, is that people there said there's a whole grave that's not marked. That's where
Mm.
the bodies are.
Mhm.
And when you talk, this is all going to come together. Do I know what the fuck I'm saying right now? But no, but I know it's truth. Right? Is behind these organized religions, let's call it Christianity,
Hmm.
right? Organized religion has made the black people any other culture than what they think is Christianity.
Hmm.
They make everybody feel like you're lesser than. I'm talking about the black people, the native people, et cetera, et
Hmm.
cetera. And it's like they're not equal. They're fucking equal to all of us. Who in the fuck,
Hmm.
God created us all. God
Hmm.
created you, God
That's right.
created me. And
Hmm.
and it's these people who say that they're
Hmm.
Christians, or it's like, and this is something. There's a lady that I connected with a year ago. Yeah, about a year ago.
Hmm.
Actually, over a year ago now. Higher Vibrations, Pamela,
Hmm. Hmm.
and she was on Todd's show, and she spoke of her story, like child trafficking, because
Mm.
because I keep on hearing these words being spoken. But the
Hmm.
one problem is people's not saying what it is. And what I learned, because when Pamela was sharing her story, and that, first of all, Mormon family, when we're talking about religion, I'm not going against Mormons, I'm going
Hmm.
against religion.
Hmm.
I'm talking about the priest, ministers, the higher up in the religious part, is that, sorry, it just went because I looked at
It'll come
something.
back. Yeah, it'll come back.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
I'll come back. So we're just going to talk and I'll come
Because
back.
see, when you start talking about religion and all these things where people are still semi sleep, we don't have 100% awakened individuals yet,
No.
and that's a sensitive subject to them. Yeah, we send compassion to them, but eventually they will wake up during this cycle, right? And
Exactly.
so remember when I had the show way back in, I want to say 2021 or 2022. It was a show called what was it called? Earth 5D Ascension, Question and Answers in 5D Ascension. And Todd had me as a guest on his show for several months. I may try to pull up those old videos and see what they did was, but we addressed a lot of that sensitive stuff then. Right now, we're past that. We're no longer in a position to judge people. I mean, right now, the only thing that matters is us keeping our light up and keeping it strong enough, which that's what you're doing with your music, and that's what I'm doing with my gift of gab and my interaction with all over, you know, to try to balance everything out. Everything has to balance out, and right now it's in chaos because you got a bit of separation occurring with the awakened and the semi-awakened and the unawakened. They take that stuff personal. So we have to be patient because our God self, our higher self was patient with us. And so we got to kind of feed them baby stuff. And then when they're ready for the meat, just hit them with it. Hit them with a steak if you want to. But yeah, so we're in a very sensitive period right now, and we have to, I guess, be kind of like the compassionate mother to try to nurture these people, even the ones that are listening to me and you. That's what we are. We're mother goddesses, and we've got infants in a female energy body. Yeah, so maybe you may be a Caucasian. You don't look like a Caucasian to me. You look like you got a little bit of Indian in you. But your heart doesn't make a distinction between colors. It's just the programming that they put in all of us to make us cause separation in us. And now that's no longer happening. We're waking up and seeing, wait a minute, something ain't right with all this stuff that they've told us all these so millennium, hundreds of thousands of years, and the truth has to come out
Yep.
because the stars has aligned up. We're in the, I think it's the 26,000 year period at the end of, well, we actually have started the new cycle already. and all of the energies that are coming in called the golden age or the age of Aquarius, where we got a lot of awakened star seeds that's coming on the on the scene and singing new music, bringing new vibes in and stuff. And so we know that everybody's going to eventually shift. It's a massive shift taking place, not only on the planet but within us. We're shifting, and we're shifting so quick we can't even keep up with it. Do you realize when you travel, you are shifting and you are setting the grid lines everywhere you go? That's what Todd and Morgan did. Every city they stopped in, everywhere their feet or they butt sat or feet walked or whatever, they were resetting that grid line the same as you and I. The awakened. Everything we touch, we're resetting it.
Yeah.
Everything we speak, we're resetting it. It's the vibration, right?
Exactly.
Go ahead.
And you may not know or understand
Right.
what you're really doing. But the important
Yeah.
part is that you keep on doing what you're doing,
Keep doing it.
and that's what I'm doing. And it's like,
Yeah.
since you and I met, it's 2 years ago
Mm-hmm.
this month.
Mm-hmm.
Solargy Fest was.
Oh, it sure is. Yeah.
I know it just clicked to me now,
It sure is. Exactly
and
2 months ago.
and is for me is to find soul family. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I posted something yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was yesterday, or it's going to be coming up, one of the two, because, I don't have to go out looking for posts. They just appear and they speak to me. They speak to me, I save it, and I, post it.
And you posted, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, shit, I got to find it. Sorry. I was going to read exactly what it is because I want to make sure that I honor it in the fashion that it is.
Absolutely.
Let's see
Yeah.
here.
I think everything is always in divine timing. And so I've got my grandbaby here. I had no idea I was going to be sitting on your live stream with a head rag on my head and a T-shirt on with tie dye on it, and it's just wild. I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Well, and this is the thing with me, like because I live at home, right? And I'm saying most of my life is spent at home, right? Well, if you think I'm in, jeans or shirt like this, and once I'm off here, the bra comes off, this comes off, and I'm back in my t-shirt. It's only when I come on here you guys see all this, and so I may
It's
only wear my
funny.
yeah, and it's hilarious.
Well, you called me. You said, "Do you want to come on?" I'm like, "Oh Lord, well, yeah, because things always happen in divine timing and
Yep,
stuff. So
absolutely.
whatever I got to say, I'm just saying it
Oh,
and stuff.
okay.
I'm glad to share the
Yeah,
the
me
the
too.
story, Apostle Trot.
Yeah, I'm so like I watch a lot of what you do because it comes across my path, and and I don't say a lot, but that musician guy, holy
Oh,
shit!
yeah, now that's my band. I have a band called Dean Brown and the Dub Shack Reggae Band. We also have a Facebook page.
Oh shit!
We perform all over everywhere. We stay booked solid, so we're pretty darn good.
Yep.
I play the congas and the percussion, and I just bought me this new machine, girl. It's called the Rolex SPX Super Pro. It's a drumming machine that kind of fills in the because my hands is kind of getting old
Yep.
and stiff and stuff beating on those drums like that. But Dean, he's the creator of the band, and he does all of the unique sounds and stuff with his voice. So this is why we stay booked up all the time because yeah, because of our uniqueness. We play all genres of music. I do Karen Carpenter, I do John Lennon, we do the Dixie Chicks, we do Bob Marley, basically the cover band for Bob Marley, but we also do Otis Redding R&B. We don't do rock, but we do all other genres.
Huh.
And so look for us on Facebook as Dean Brown and the Dub Shack Reggae Band. I try to put the link once I get off the
Yep.
phone and everything, and I put it on your. I'll put it on your page.
Yeah. Sounds good. Okay. Here is the post that I think I've posted in the last day or so. And this is something that I had to learn for myself because I thought being part of this spiritual community there, people are very much like me. They are, but it doesn't mean that they're a good person.
That's right.
And
Don't
this is,
start me on that.
yeah, yeah, I know, it's with me too. But here's the post. Don't be fooled by the image of the conscious community.
Mhm.
People can eat organic, go vegan, meditate, jump in ice baths, do yoga, take mushrooms, and still just be crappy people with nice masks on.
That's right. Amen. 100%. I need to send you my little icon that's got my little finger up. 100% facts. Word. Because what I have noticed, even in the conscious community, there is still, to me, this is my opinion, I still see a bit of racism there. I see a lot of forums that don't include Nubian people or melanated people. I see all of that, but then I can't. I just have to look overlook that in a way. I have to tolerate it, transmute that emotional feeling that I have, and keep moving because I don't want to get stuck on a racism thing.
Nope.
I don't care if you're purple, blue, black, or white. If you got a conscious brain up here, you got the spirit in you. You got the God I am presence in you, and that does not have a color. But because of the deep embedded programming that the powers that were had implanted in us from the time that you came out of your mama's womb, they slapped you on your ass, they slapped you and shocked you into this world, yeah, and waited until you start screaming. What kind of traumatic birth was that in the first place? So they already started putting that fear program in you when you came out of your mama's sacred womb.
Yes.
You see, and so when these babies come out, it's best to have childbirth at home, real peaceful, quiet, where the baby can just slide on out, and you can whisper those sacred words in that child's ear, and then have all of those angels there for protection until the child gets old enough, and that little crown thing closes up on the top of his head around probably about 9 years old. So we are responsible for our children. We're not responsible for adults because you can learn. When you know you're doing wrong, you
Correct it.
change
Well,
if you want to.
if you want to, but here's the thing is this, for me, as you know, I've been around this community for the last 4.5 years. All good
Hmm.
people, nice people,
Yeah.
99% have really good intentions.
Yes.
But for me, it's what I have learned from myself
Hmm.
is that when people speak, I listen to the words. I also listen to the words they're not using.
They're not saying.
Yeah. And
Hmm.
that because that tells me more about them. So what I'm able
Absolutely.
to identify now very quickly is as much as I am who I am,
Hmm.
that doesn't mean everybody else is like who I am and what I'm saying,
Yes.
how I express things. And, you know, you guys that are here, because you guys like hanging out with me. I don't talk very often, as most
Hmm.
people know. It's
You
my,
don't. You're very quiet, soft, very soft spoken.
yeah.
Hmm.
And
And
so,
that was one thing that I liked about you when I met you up on Mulberry Mountain. You moved very softly. I played your album. You gave me two CDs, I believe, and I played those on the way home. Yeah, you gave me three. And I played those. I think till the thing wore out or something. But yeah, there they are. Yup, that's the one. And I didn't couldn't pick out which one that I liked was my favorite, but
because they're all
anyways,
heavy.
just getting to know you and stuff, was it was just different, and it was the whole Soulology thing that was so short. It was like what, 2 or 3 days,
Yeah.
and we didn't really get a lot of one on one with each other like
No.
like we planned on doing. And that was Todd's absence was truly, truly missed. But you know he was there in spirit anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Because what was the other young lady's name? Hung was there,
Hung and
and
Todd took over to
yeah,
carry on,
yeah,
and
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 they did an amazing job.
they did.
hmm
They did.
So, but like I say, I do see a lot of things that are questionable in the spiritual community. So when you start calling people your family, we all are family.
We are.
But the true family is you're gonna be able to feel it.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel it within your
Thank you.
heart because we're not gonna judge them. Let them be. That's what they have to do to get to where they have. Everybody's going on a different path, but it's going to lead to the same thing.
Yeah.
You know.
And this is the thing is we don't need to understand in the brain part
That's right.
why we feel a certain way because like somebody would be talking all you sense and feel within yourself something's off,
hmm
something's not right.
hmm
Listen to that. That
hmm
is God
Listen to
speaking to
that
you
part.
because
Yeah.
that's God speaking to you, letting you know through your instincts, your gut,
hmm
your
hmm
intuition. That's all God. And
hmm
and the more that we honor that and don't think about it, you can analyze it. Well, they didn't mean that, or they meant well.
hmm
Bullshit.
That's right.
They're showing us who they are.
Who they are. And this is why I don't have many friends. I don't go on people's shows. Only time I did a show was with Todd a few years ago and stuff because if I get to talking, stuff gonna come out that may step on somebody's toes and stuff, but that's not my intention. I know what my intentions are. I know I'm a good person. I don't have to have anybody to tell me that
No,
because I'm very active in the community. It's the same as you. We're musicians that play those sacred tones coming out in the form that they come out in, and we give. We're doing what we're supposed to do.
yeah.
We're doing what we were sent here to do. And so I
And that's
I I'm proud. I'm proud of you. I've always wanted to tell you that you're like seems like a million miles away, but you keep playing that guitar, young lady. You keep doing that. Yeah.
yeah, and I am as much as I did a
hmm
live. Um, I think it was last week, and I just let people in more. I spoke more about my journey, what I've
That's
gone
good.
through, and that because it's not like don't put me on a pedestal. You have no idea when I say this is how I struggle. And I'm not going I'm going to take that word struggle out of that, okay?
hmm
That you know that everything that we go through is an opportunity to grow and expand within ourselves. You can
Okay.
let the chatter, put you down, or you can take that thought and tell it to fuck off.
Yeah, and transmute that and
Tell it,
yeah.
and that's where
hmm
it's like I remember this was 2 years ago, maybe
hmm
three, and that I'm that Susanna Amara. I don't know if you know her or not. She's part of the Sology family, but she's not.
I've heard the name.
Yeah, she's been on a few shows with Todd,
hmm
but Suzanne was one of the first people that I started associated with after I found Todd and Sology.
hmm
And through that, and Suzanne would say to me, she goes, "You're an alchemist, Ernie." I go, "No, no, no, not me, not me. You are." And then a couple years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, I have a very, very close dear friend, Deb, and I said, "There's something about this alchemist that I don't understand." Right?
hmm
And what I like about good people, like, because she's the only person I actually have in my life day to day basis. And
hmm
so we're talking about the alchemist part. And she goes, "Give me a sec here." So she read the definition from the dictionary. And I don't know why, the way she said it, it was just like, oh shit, that is me. and and it and I don't need to understand everything about an alchemist, but I know what resonates with me.
hmm
And it's like some of you guys who are able to articulate things like I come from a background of not knowing any of this stuff. I'm figuring it out as I go, even today.
Me
because
too.
it's a continuous part of our journeys, and then we share our journey, and it's just, when we step into a part of us that we did not recognize within ourselves, and the more we step into that, the more we become it.
Yeah.
And
Because
I,
keep in mind, we have little parts of ourselves in each dimension. Everywhere there's a piece of us here and there that's doing different things, but yet we're still learning and we're kind of catching up. We're following ourselves through different journeys. And then whenever we have DNA explosion and stuff, that means that we connected with another part of our inner selves. Everything is going on inside. Everything is going on the inside of us.
yeah,
And we were taught to look on the outside,
outside,
you
external.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the thing, because the only place that for me that I feel extremely comfortable and safe
Yeah.
in is when the guitar's sitting on my lap.
Yeah, you can see it. You can feel it.
Right?
I just look at you and I'll be sitting up here jiggling just like you do. I'm like, okay. Come on, Sandy. One of these days I'm gonna come up there and I'm gonna bring my Congo sets. You should see my living room, girl. I got musical instruments everywhere. I have a piano. I have several sets of drums, congas. Oh my God, the latest is my new drum thing. It's called a Rolex Roland XPX and whatnot because I like to tinker around with stuff. You know, I like sound. I love music. I love orchestra, symphony music. I like any kind of music.
Okay, before we carry on here, you're echoing, not echoing, but you're bouncing back a little bit. Do you have anything else open on your end? Or maybe it's just the vibration that we're doing that's
You know,
causing
we
it?
got high vibration, so
Yeah, that's why. And this is something I learned from other people is just, because electronic goes wonky, don't think it's electronic. It could be just energy that's coming in saying, mm-mm,
it is. Mm-hmm.
mm-mm, nope, nope, nope. And there's something that I want to say very clearly as well. You know, I'm so grateful for the people who see me for me. And,
Mm-hmm.
I had this lady reach out to me because I'm going to use two terms, and I'm not meaning this in a bad way. I
Mm-hmm.
call them the wannabes and the willoughbys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And the wannabes, I'm a healer. I'm going to heal people. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And the willoughbys show up. They don't talk. They show you who they are.
Yeah,
They don't need
absolutely.
to self promote and go, look at me. Oh, it's like me saying, hi, I'm a guitarist. You got to come see me because I'm the best. I'm this, I'm that. Who in the fuck am I to say I'm the best? All right? I'm good at what I do,
What you do?
right? And this is the thing about people that are healers. And because I think the real McCoys, like myself and you, we don't need to go out and try to make ourselves out to be something that
Mm-mm.
we, if you are truly who you are, you don't need to, when I hear people, healers say, I can heal you, I'm going to say, I run. I fucking run. You can heal me? No,
Oh,
first of
Jesus.
all, and I know my beautiful sister Kirsty's on here from Australia. I'm going to
Hi,
talk,
Christy.
and her and I, and it's only because of our interchange private messages or she comments on here.
Mm-hmm.
And last week, you know, she was Kirsty and I, because that's all I'm just. Kirsty has been following me very closely, put it that way, like 80% of the time I'm on here.
Mm-hmm.
And and I talk about my journey, how I'm learning to trust myself, and she makes her comment on her journey where she's at. But
Mm-hmm.
what I believe it was her that recognizes that we're both evolving at the same time, uniquely differently, but
Wow.
yet we're, because of what I do,
Mhm.
And Kirsty spends so much time in this incredible energy that I create
Mhm.
that she's learning to trust herself, to open up to herself, within
Mhm.
herself, to feel all this stuff. And then last week, I did a live, and it was like something's going on. I don't know what it is. I just keep on going for this incredible magic ride,
Mhm.
and and I get this voice message from Kirsty, and she says, thing. And she's got this giddiness. It's just the most joyous giddiness. She's just chuckling, but it's joyful, happy, And she goes, "Oh my God, you healed me. Oh my God." And she was telling me she broke her neck back
Oh Lord.
whenever it was. And
Mhm.
so, needless to say, there's repercussions to breaking your neck, the pain, there could be different things, movement of the body, whatever.
Mhm.
And she was healed. And my response to her immediately, I didn't heal you. You healed
You
yourself
healed you.
because you trusted what I'm doing. And the
That's
more
right.
time you spend time with me, the more you're going to tap into yourself. And she did it. Yes, collectively we did it together. We all did it. But she's the primary person who trusted herself
Mhm.
to to allow that and embrace that without the intention of, I'm going to heal myself. She
Mhm.
just kept on opening up to herself, whatever it is from within. And she kept on uncovering, discovering so much stuff. She's getting to discard stuff. And in the last, I don't know, was it 2 to 4 weeks, something like that, Kirsty and Andrea Watson have
Mhm.
been there, like when, especially when I'm doing the night, evening ones, my time, right?
Mhm.
And they're
Mhm.
usually always there, and I love their energy. But there's a trinity that's happening that I don't understand, and I don't need to understand, but I fucking honor it,
There
and
you
I
go.
honor them for contributing to what I'm doing. Because
Mhm.
when you guys speak, and this is the thing about me, I can only speak for myself. Like some people are more able to talk about things. I have to figure it out because I've never been not uh, as it's deprogramming, but it's on learning and discovering just who in the
There
fuck I
you go.
am.
Yeah.
And it's like even last night on my live, I haven't played this song in a while, and most people don't even know the story behind it because there's usually
Mhm.
a story behind my music. And in on my album, Me, Myself, and I, which you have,
Mhm.
is, I was talking about this last night in my live, that about this dream I had and how it was very vivid in the morning. And I was downstairs sharing it with my roommate, and I was drawn to go journal it, which I usually don't journal. So I went upstairs and started journaling. And as I was journaling every bit, I was literally reliving it all. But not only did I not relive it all, I went further.
Wow.
And when I got there, I missed saying this correctly, is that when I got to this space where there was these big, just it's like the pyramid boulders, right, all the way up,
Mhm.
and when I got there, all of a sudden there was people there, and what I realized, first of all, the sun was out,
Mhm.
but I couldn't see the sun. People were speaking, but I could not hear them speak. The wind was
Mhm.
blowing, but I could not feel the wind.
Mm.
And because it was so instant and spontaneous, you could say, and it was like all of a sudden I realized who in the fuck I am.
Wow.
I come into this world, which every single one of us do. We come into this world with pure joy, pure love, pure everything.
Mhm.
That's who we are.
Mhm. That's what we are.
And I took that energy and I channeled through a song which is called Pure Joy, Pure Love,
Mhm.
Pure Everything.
See there?
Yeah?
Mhm.
Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. And, you know, is there's the more that I open up to myself, and that's what that experience was me opening up to myself, and I take that energy and transmute it. That's the alchemist in me.
That's the
That's
alchemist.
that's
There
the
you go.
alchemist, right? But I see, I was never exposed to this. So in the last 4.5 years, the way I speak, because it's the way I now understand it for me. I
That's
did
right.
not have the language to articulate, but I know how I feel inside. That's where, when you speak or somebody else speaks, I know what resonates with me. Because
That's right.
I may not have the words to articulate the way you guys do, but I know what's relevant for me.
That's
And
beautiful. Yeah.
and I just that's where I appreciate all you guys. Like I
Yeah.
get to express it through my guitar. But what I'm realizing now, as I'm going to say the word stronger within myself and understanding me and getting my confidence level up.
And you can feel it in your music.
Yes.
Your
Oh,
music is changing, girl. It is.
oh, you tell me about it.
Yeah.
It's like, because I was just going to say to you exactly what you're saying, because you met me 2 years ago. Am I doing what I did 2 years
Very
ago?
different.
Very different. It's deeper. It's more
Yeah.
everything, and
Yeah.
the flavors that are coming
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
And when you heard me at Soulful Fest, I was only looping for a year. That's where I was a year, 2 years ago.
Wow, the albums are amazing then.
Yeah, and like the new music, I've already been in the studio to record this stuff that I do with the looper
Hmm.
in 2022 before Solo G Fest. I was hoping to have my fourth album done and completed to
Hmm.
bring there. It just didn't
Hmm.
happen. And the journey itself, my journey, there's a little disruption, but I'm getting back on track.
Good.
You
Hear
know,
her, you dressed? Mm-mm. Yeah, I'm talking to my grandbaby. She's
and
ready for this pizza. She wants me to
oh,
take her out and
okay, no problem.
eat
And
some pizza and stuff. But yeah, we'll have to do this again. We could call it like a neighborhood fireside chat or something. I don't know. You
how
know.
about a soulful chat?
Yeah, let's do a soulful chat or something.
Yeah,
Because like I say, I don't have that many friends.
yeah, me neither.
I know a lot of people
Yeah,
because of my association with the band and all, and we travel a lot and things like that. And then with this movie, I've been featured in two international Casa commercials for foster care, and that went like wildfire. Did a voiceover, and now I'm being offered a part in two additional movies that'll be hitting the screen soon. But I don't know where all this came from. Thank you. I was not headed to Hollywood. I care nothing for Hollywood. I'm not starstruck. I'm here for a purpose, and I will only accept certain roles
yeah.
that will promote that light out there that will change people's hearts. Go see the Sound of Hope, the story of Possum Trot. Take your tissue with you. Click on angelstudios.com and go ahead and join that, download that app. I think it's $5.99 or something like that. And you can stream Possum Trot. You can stream the Sound of Hope Possum Trot right now because I've been looking at it today.
Yeah,
It's on there now.
and here's the other thing that people don't understand or really appreciate.
Hmm.
When I as I'm going to say this, okay, so don't
Hmm.
take it out of context.
Hmm.
Is how we get to support this movie
Hmm.
is by investing that $5 into that app. It helps support them to get the word out to maintain because a lot of
Yes.
people are not aware how costly it is for
Hmm.
me to do what I do. Nobody has any
Absolutely.
idea. And the one
Mhm.
thing that, because right now I'm using my senior's pension to support me in everything I do.
High five. Thank you. Boom.
And, I come on here, very seldom I ever say there's money involved. But the one thing I do know I need to change because, I'm hoping that I get to meet somebody that I want to get to know. And if I want to date somebody, well, guess what? It takes money. Or I don't have any spare money at the end of the month. I pay all my bills,
No, you
everything.
have it. We're
And
gonna change that because what we're gonna do is put your financial information in one of these comments. Post your Cash App, or if you have Zelle or Venmo or whatever, put it in there.
yeah.
You don't care about what people put it in there.
And here's the thing, like even if people, and I'm saying this out loud because it's like I'm doing a sound bath on this Thursday at
Yeah, I
7.
saw that. I'm ready for that.
Awesome at 6 p.m. and a suggested donation of $22. Now anybody
Uh-huh.
who knows me, who's been around with me for a while, knows damn well that when I say the sliding scale, I literally mean if you honestly cannot afford that $22, pay what you can, or come now and pay
Just
later.
show
Just
up.
gotta talk to me. And if you know, if your circumstances don't change down the road, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
All right? And I'm finding that people really honor that, and the way I offer it. And this is where we are changing the way things are done.
That's
I
right.
am, Todd does, you
Mm-hmm.
do,
Mm-hmm.
right? And this is where, you know, if you guys turn around, it just, that's where if I set up a date and time, I'm going to charge you guys
Mm-hmm.
because I come on here spontaneously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're very consistent with it. Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. And there's
Yep, you
times when
are.
there's times when I don't play for a week, and there's times I don't play for 2 or 3 days. That's because of what I'm going through. It has nothing to do with anybody else. But the one
Mm.
thing I'll tell you this, and you guys all know this, whenever I do come on here, I'm very present.
Yeah, you are.
Right? It doesn't matter what's going on in my personal life or shit that I'm dealing with,
Dealing with, yeah.
right? Because I want to create a space and a container for us all to come and just be
Mm-hmm.
and give ourselves a break from this fucking shit that we all go through on a day-to-day basis. Anyway, I know you need to go.
Yeah, well, I'm taking. Look like I'm about to take you on the road with me, but
We're going for a road trip, everybody.
girl, I'm so glad. I had no idea I was gonna wind up talking to Ernestine on the Facebook Live. Lord have mercy.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to go. She's going to go because she's going to feed her grandbabies. And I'll see you guys the next time I'm on here, which is going to be, I can tell you this right now, it will be this evening, but I need to turn my air conditioner on because I'm just sweltering to death in my
I
suite.
know you can't wait to strip, so we don't want to see that Ernestine. I love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Love ya.
Love you, sweet.